is the position Scott Dixon finds himself in. Car has died on the pace laps, and because of the car stranded on the track, I believe we are going to have to wave off the start and start actually counting race laps the next time we cross the line.
Wow.
But this is go time, the beginning of a new era, hybrid power, but it's also all about the championship as we get started in the second half of the season. The green car is Palou, the championship leader. Palou Award, black and orange on the outside. It's time to go from mid-Ohio, and Palou gets the early jump. Side by side, back there for third, Palou Award chasing Palou.
Looking for that first team Penske car. Scott McLaughlin in the black and red car going to the outside of the black and yellow car of Colton Herta.
Going to get that position down into turn 6. A little bit of lockup from Christian Lundgaard, looking at the back of Alexander Rossi side by side through Thunder Alley. That is tough. They're going to have to sort it out here into turn 9. But Linus Lundqvist on the outside of Lundgaard. Same with the second Meyer-Shank machine of Felix Rosenqvist. All sorts of action at the back.
They all made it through 4, 5, 6 in the S's, and look at the jump that Palou already has. 5 car lengths on Award.
So guys, some action early on that first lap between two of the guys on screen. Colton Herta in the Gamebridge Andretti Global car, and Scott McLaughlin driving the Sancio Chevy for Penske this weekend. Look at this. This is through turn 4, but keep an eye to the right. You'll see the number 3 of McLaughlin try to get all the way around, and he was wheel to wheel in the 6. Normally that would give you the position, but just not able to roll enough speed through the apex because of the Meyer-Shank car of Malukas right in front there. Colton able to just run that outside line and keep the position.
And there's Scott Dixon's car, painfully, emotionally painful to see as a team member or a driver as it gets dropped off back on pit lane. Meanwhile, up front for Alex Palou, you want to talk about smooth sailing, and I want to show you that it's not just driver, it takes a team, and Alex Palou has a race car that's working very, very well. Have a look at his left front right here in terms of the feathering, the wear rate on that Firestone. You see just a thin little line where the tire degradation is starting to show. But you compare that to onboard here with Palou Award. Look at his left front. Much more severe degradation right there. A lot more understeer. It's even starting to look almost like it's about to blister on that left front. So Palou, one heck of a driver, but Chip Ganassi is a team with Palou, a lethal combination.
Making his debut, and he is ahead of several veterans. That's Scott Dixon back on track, fresh from talking with Georgia. They did get out to try to score some points and avoid last place day. But by the way, well done for Toby Sowery, his only confirmed race of the year. Perseverance playing off for him with Dale Coyne Racing. So can Dixon climb back with the PNC Bank car today? He'll keep working at it while Alex Palou is in front.
Let's take a look right now. NTT Data has broken down the strategies for us on the primary strategy. Strategy A, Palou, Award, McLaughlin, the 3 running up front on that. Below, you see strategy B, 3 stops for strategy B. Newgarden in 5th, Lundqvist 8th, and Rosenqvist on your screen 9th. And
half distance right now, and this is the point where we start analyzing push to pass. You got the hybrid system, and then you still have the legacy turbo boost improvement from push to pass. Palou barely touching the button at 184, but Palou Award, to your point, if he can keep the pace, get a yellow, he'll have plenty of push to pass to help him. And I want to take a look again at the pit stop for Alex Palou. It was unclear to me, James, exactly what held him up on pit lane. We'll watch the 10 come to the box. Jack goes up, tires come on, tires go on, fuel is pulled, but then there's this delay.
And it looks like you see Palou look down at the wheel as if maybe he hadn't engaged first gear when he thought he had. The car has to be in neutral while it's being refueled, so we'll have to have a chat with them afterwards to figure out exactly what happened. But thanks to NTT, we'll take a look at the pit time differential for that green flag sequence. And look, the biggest differentiator right there, Townsend, all that time in the pit box, 1.1 seconds. In the carousel, Joseph Newgarden, he was the leader on that alternate strategy of the 3 stops. He's in 5th place, but still has a stop to go.
Anti-stall there.
Did you hear Tim Cindric? He said it looked like it went into anti-stall.
Let's see what happened here. Into turn 11.
Who's that in front?
Oh, he clipped the apex curb of turn 11. He took too much curb. I've done that before. There's a massive divot right before the curb. It wouldn't surprise me if Newgarden even has some damage to his left front suspension from taking that big hit.
Alex Palou controlled the first 2/3 on the pit exchange. Pato O'Ward faster on in-laps, out-laps, a better pit stop. He's in front. Errol McLaren leading Chip Ganassi Racing, but Palou is back on the charge and is within 3 car lengths.
What I love about this is we see Palou dominate from the front. We see him control races and the pace out in clean air. We don't often get to see him get his elbows out, have to force the issue, and make passes for the lead on the racetrack. Palou will get the bonus points for most laps led.
Big pushes here. Full overtake pushes. We got to lean on the 78.
That's to Kiffin Simpson. That's Chris Wheeler, his strategist.
And they want him to pass Canapino, but we pointed out already, Kevin, you brought it up, that Canapino likely to pit here with about 3 or 4 laps to go. I don't think he's going to have the fuel to make it to the end.
But here's what I like. I like that Chip Ganassi Racing's Chris Wheeler is telling Kiffin Simpson we need to get around the 78. They want to eliminate themselves from this discussion. There's no gamesmanship being played. There's no message to Kiffin Simpson saying, hey, make that car wide and hold up the car behind you.
Not yet.
Let's get around the car.
Not yet.
I could throw a blanket over the top 2 right now. 5 laps to go, about 50 or 60 seconds of push to pass. That's the thinking as he goes wide. Palou drops 2 wheels out of turn 9. That's going to cost him half a second at least.
That's the second time this stint, Kevin, that Alex Palou has pushed too much. Remember, he did it earlier in the final corner in turn 13. He almost threw it away.
4 miles remaining in this race. Less than 2 laps to go. With those at the end of the lead lap, they don't have to get out of the way in front of the 2 leaders, the orange and black, the papaya and black car of Pato O'Ward. Errol McLaren is leading. Alex Palou. Meanwhile, moments ago, that's Romain Grosjean going around.
Contact with the wall. It looked like maybe light contact. What does race control do here?
We're going to see the white flag this time by. Can we stay green? Grosjean still running. Comes out right in front of Nolan Siegel.
And the leaders. That'll stack things up even more.
That was a replay. That was a little bit earlier. That was not a live picture. That was the last time by turn 9. As Pato O'Ward comes down the hill now into 12. He'll cross the line to get the white flag. 1 to go. Time running out for Palou.
And they stack up even tighter, Kevin. White flag.
White flag. White flag.
Palou versus O'Ward for the win.
1 to go. Is it going to be Pato O'Ward and Errol McLaren winning on track for the first time in 2 years? Or is Palou going to take even more control in the championship and go back-to-back in Mid-Ohio and back-to-back in the season? He won 2 weeks ago at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. This is one of the last best passing zones, and Palou is not close enough. O'Ward may have to deal with Simpson right in front of him.
But it seems like Canapino is slowing down even a little bit more to try to make it to the finish on fuel. So this is really going to back things up as they come through turn 6.
That was a chance right there down the hill into 6. Bit of a defensive line from O'Ward. It was just enough to keep Palou at bay, and I don't know if there's any opportunities left.
And keep an eye on that green and black car of Canapino. He might run out of fuel and start coasting, and he does get out of the way. So Simpson is in front, the teammate at Ganassi of Alex Palou. A couple of corners left. Pato O'Ward by 2 car lengths on the main straightaway. He weaves, he wiggles, O'Ward wins! McLaren!
Checkered flag, you just won at Mid-Ohio, buddy.
And toppled Alex Palou at Mid-Ohio.
Yeah, boy! Long time coming. Long time coming. Enjoy it.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.